What's going on, hyperdrivers? Today we're taking a look at the latest Regal Icons bust from Regal Robot. Now, if you've been following the Regal Icons line, you know that they've honored some of the greatest characters in movie history, starting off with the distinguished Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin, and then our forever princess, Carrie Fisher, as Princess Leia. But this time, they've gone behind the scenes, literally, to honor one of the most legendary minds in visual effects. This one here is for those of us who grew up in awe of the movie magic. I'm talking about the guy who revolutionized stop motion animation and brought some of the most iconic creatures to life on the big screen, Phil Tippett. And let me tell you, Phil is not just a name that you see in the credits. This guy is a cornerstone of cinematic imagination. He's the guy that made you believe that a Rancor could crush Luke Skywalker, that Tauntauns roamed the icy wastes of Hoth, and that a stop motion dinosaur could feel alive.
You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Back in the 1970s, when George Lucas was making the original Star Wars, he tasked Phil and his team with designing creatures for the Mos Eisley Cantina, and that's where it all began. Those bizarre, wonderful aliens you remember from that scene, that was Phil Tippett's work. From there, he went on to design the Tauntaun, the Rancor monster, and Jabba the Hutt himself. During this time, he revolutionized the art of stop-motion animation with something called Go Motion, a technique that added motion blur to each frame, giving the animated models a more lifelike and fluid movement. And because of that technology, it helped push films like The Empire Strikes Back and Dragon Slayer into a whole new realm of realism. Then in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Phil Tippett's team handled the minecart chase scene using stop-motion puppetry, which still looks amazing today. And then you have the monstrous, colossal dinosaurs from Jurassic Park. Phil's fingerprints are all over that too. He and his team helped bridge the gap between stop motion and CGI, shaping what modern visual effects became. And that's not even the full list. RoboCop, Willow, Starship Troopers, Mad God. I mean, the guy's resume reads like a museum of movie creatures and innovation. He's not just an icon, Phil Tippett is a legend in our time. All right, I think he's got enough flowers. Let's talk about what Regal Robot has created here. This is the Regal Icons special effects series, starting out with the Phil Tippett bust, which is a huge deal. This is the first time ever that a collectible company has made a premium collectible honoring the people behind the movies, behind the imagination that creates the worlds that we love so much. And this opens up some really exciting possibilities. Imagine a display wall filled with creators like Roger Christian, Joe Johnston, Ben Burt, Lauren Peterson, or even Bill George. I mean, those are the unsung heroes behind the iconic movies that we love so much, like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, and so many others. You could even pair a piece like this with something that they created, right? Like Ben Burt with a comlink, or Roger Christian with a lightsaber, Joe Johnston with an AT-AT, or like a Boba Fett helmet, or Phil Tippett with like a Rancor monster, right? That sounds pretty cool. That would make for a unique storytelling display. All right, so this is how the box comes from Regal Robot. You can see it says Regal Icons Special Effects on this side. You got an image of the Phil Tippett bust right there. It says Phil Tippett Bronze Style Bust there at the bottom. On this side right here, you see that it has the image of the bust and says uniquely Regal Robot. On the back is some words about the bust line. It's pretty much the same as it was with Grand Moff Tarkin. And then on this side, you got another image of Phil Tippett right there, and then we're back to the front. Let's crack this thing open. All right, so when you pop it open, you're gonna get styrofoam, all right, to protect the bust. This pops open, and then the bust is wrapped in plastic, and there it is. Man, that is so cool. It's so awesome the way they make this thing look like real bronze. This is really cool. All right, so just like with the Grand Moff Tarkin bust that I reviewed earlier, this one is made out of solid resin and painted to look like aged bronze. And right away you can see the craftsmanship. The likeness of Phil Tippett is spot on. It's got that stoic, focused expression that he's famous for, and they absolutely nailed it. I love the way the surface texture is and the paint. It has this authentic bronze patina. It's got these dark bronze and blacks and mint green going through it, giving it tones that really sell the sense of age and permanence. Like it's something that was displayed in a film museum or something like that. The statue stands about 7 inches tall, so it makes it compact and perfect for a shelf or for like a desk display in the office. But it feels like classy, like it belongs in a professional space or like a movie memorabilia collection. And at just $50, $49 before taxes, this is incredibly affordable, especially for something that looks and feels this premium. You know what I really love about this piece is what the collectible represents. This is not just another collectible that you add to your shelf. This is a tribute to the creators, the dreamers that shaped the worlds that shaped us. Phil Tippett is the bridge between the practical effects and the digital evolution. Without his work, so many other filmmakers wouldn't have the foundation that they build on today. And seeing how Regal Robot is celebrating not just the artists that are in front of the camera, but also the artists that are behind the camera is something special. So if this is where the Regal Icons special effects line begins, I can't wait to see what they come up with next. So yeah, guys, this one here is an instant favorite for me. Between the quality of work, the price point, and the meaning behind it, this is one of these rare pieces that is beautiful, affordable, and significant. It's a reminder of what makes movies like Star Wars so timeless. You know, the artists that are behind it all, the guys who build it frame by frame, puppet by puppet, and pixel by pixel. I'm extremely grateful and happy to have this in my collection now. I never thought I would want a bust of Phil Tippett, but now that I have it, I'm like, why didn't I have one before? This is really freaking cool. So I'm super happy to have this. I can't wait to see who Regal Robot decides to honor next. Maybe Dennis Muren or John Williams. John Williams would be a fantastic person to create in a bust form like this. I would absolutely love to have that. But let me know in the comments below, who would you like to see Regal Robot create next if you want to see this line continue? Let me know that in the comments below. And if you decide that you want to get one today, I left a link in the description below for you guys to get to Regal Robot so that you can pick up one for yourself. As always, thank you for hanging out with me today. And until next time, may the force be with you.